Why do you want to marry? That's the question I want to ask you. Or why did you marry? Hello friends, it's such a privilege to have me speak to you or come into your space at such a time like this, and I'm so sure that the Lord is going to bless you through these short words. Why do you want to marry? That's the question I want to ask you. Or why did you marry? This was the question I asked myself some years back, precisely 2018, after I got a book that spoke to things I wish I'd known before marriage. I had not thought about that question at all. So when I read this book by Gary Chapman, because I'm someone that is dealing to counseling on marriages, he just set up the question, and I asked myself, why did I even marry? That was like 14 years into our marriage. Why did I marry? So I tried to do a retrospect to see if I could really know why I got married. And honestly, the reason wasn't so concrete enough. So I'm asking you, why do you want to marry? Or why did you marry? Oh, I remember. Why I married? It was just the next box to be checked on my list. I'd gone to school, I'd graduated, I'd done NYC, I'd done master. So what's next? Get a job. If the job is not coming, perhaps I should just get married and everything will go on. So I'm asking you once again, why do you want to marry? Or why did you marry? Because perhaps you just 1 or 2 years in marriage. Why are we looking at this? That's because it is said that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So if you don't know why you're married, or if you don't know why you want to get married, when challenges of life or challenges of marriage come at you, you're likely to get ruffled, and God doesn't want you to be ruffled. So I would ask you again, why do you want to get married? Let's look at one of the reasons, or some of the reasons why people get married that are not outrightly the best. One of it is the fact that external pressure and social expectations. I mean, we are all part of this system, and so sometimes the pressures of friends, the pressures of family, the pressures of age, makes us want to get into marriage. For some people, is the fact that you just feel like that's what the society expects of me. But is that really true? Must you get married because of social pressures? Must you get married because of social expectation? I don't think that's actually true. So one of the most common reasons is pressure from family or society. People may feel they are running out of time, or that it is what they are expected to do. Marrying to please others or to fulfill a social timeline rather than for a genuine reason can be detrimental. We see an example in the scriptures. King Solomon married hundreds of wives because that's what the society wanted, kind of, or should I say, he married them as a political strategy. But we all know what the end of it was. It was a disaster. This plenty marriages to many women took him out of the will of God. So if you want to marry because of social pressure or external pressure, I think you should put a break on it. That's not the best reason or a good reason for marriage. One other reason why people get into marriage is the fear of being alone. Oh, especially for our lady folks, they don't want to be alone. Sometimes men too don't want to be alone, but I can assure you, marrying because of loneliness is not a good reason to marry. The fear of loneliness can drive someone to marry a person who is good enough rather than their true partner. So the person may just be good enough, but not someone like the scripture say is a helpmate. So I don't want you to marry because you think you're alone, and so you want someone to be around you. Yeah, scripture says God looked at man and said it was not good for him to be alone. So that loneliness is not good, but it's not for you to let loneliness be what will push you into marriage. No, God looked at man and said it was not good for him to be alone, and God got for him someone that will be a good partner for him. God himself said, I will make a helper suitable for him. So God has a helper that is suitable for you. Can you just wait on him and trust him? And I can assure you, if you do that, you're going to be enjoying the best partner that God will give you. Sometimes another reason why people want to marry is what you call escapism or problem solving. Oh my God. Some people get married because they want to escape a bad situation. I tell you that's not a good reason to get married, because sometimes you can get into trouble. The pressure to escape something can make you or push you into something else that is bad. Escaping, the family experience that you think you don't like, and so you just want to find somewhere else to escape to. That's not a good enough reason to marry. Others marry to try and fix their partner, and this is something that is just so bad. You want to help them solve their problems like addictions or financial issues, and you feel, I'll be able to help this person get better in life or get ahead in life. That's not a good reason. It's a very, very wrong reason why people get into marriage. Do we have examples of that in the Bible? Yes. Sarah, suggested Hagar to Abraham because they had a problem and they needed to fix the problem. And Sarah kind of thought that, let's go in this route. And eventually they went that route, and it's been a problem for the world. Now, don't get me wrong. There are several other intricacies to that particular story, but I'm just bringing out something that is relevant for what we're speaking to. Escaping him or trying to fix a problem. Please don't get married because you want to escape a bad situation. You might be going from fry pan to fire. Don't also get married because you want to help someone solve a problem in his or her life. You can solve the problem without necessarily getting, married to each other. There are stories of people who did that and they burnt their hand. What of marriages that are purely transactional? Amazing. We see a lot of that these days. Because of financial gain or because of some other practical gain. I mean, we know of people who jackpot and then they get married there. The reason they got married is not necessarily because they love the person or they want to build a home with the person, they want to build a family. No, they are doing that because they need the green card. Is that a good reason for marriage? Absolutely not. Someone may be in position today and you think, if I get married to him, I'll get the largesse of life. What if the person gets out of office? What happens to you? What happens to your relationship? What happens to your marriage? So we can see that making your marriage transactional is not good. Thinking of financial gain or thinking of all that kind of gain that comes with marrying that person you want to marry, or maybe the parents of your would-be wife has a good name, and if you attach yourself to the person, it's going to be exciting to be a part of that family. Anything can happen, my dear, and so it's important to know that it's not a good reason to make your marriage transactional because of what I will get from that person. King Ahab marries Jezebel, and we all knew what became of Ahab. Why did he marry her? It was more for a political alliance to promote trade and to make sure the countries, they have good relationship. But we saw what Jezebel did to Ahab. It literally destroyed his life. So if you're getting married because you have a transactional mindset, I can assure you it's not the best way, and you wouldn't want to do that. This one is something that happens in this climb a lot. Unplanned pregnancy. You guys were just going out as friends and then you felt okay, we love each other, and then you went into what you should not have gone into, and then she gets pregnant. And they tell you, in our family, nobody gives birth outside of wedlock. And so you are trapped. You are forced to want to get into this marriage because of this unplanned pregnancy. We have seen people who got into marriage in that wise and they got into real trouble. I mean, the wife got into real trouble because the guy didn't love her enough for a wife, and so forced to marry her. He brings her in, but still have side chicks and all of that. Now, this is not an absolute, so that you don't say there are some people who didn't have unplanned pregnancy and yet they still have side chicks. That's not the emphasis. The emphasis is that unplanned pregnancy should not be the reason why you get married. Now, you may still get married if you love each other. Absolutely no problem about that. But if you're a child of God, anyway, in the first place, you shouldn't have gotten into sex before marriage, because scripture says marriage is honorable, but the bed undefiled. You have defiled the bed and you may get your hands burnt by it. But should you have fallen into that mistake or error, it's not compulsory that you should marry. So what happens? Both of you have to take responsibility for the child that you are bringing into the world. Please don't abort. You are killing a child when you do that. You are killing a life. You are destroying a life. But you can be both responsible for the child and trust God for wisdom to help you to nurture the child. But unplanned pregnancy should not be the reason why you actually get married. Alright, in my next episode, we'll look at biblical reasons why we should get married. But I want you to remember, don't get married because of these wrong reasons. And again, I think you should think of why you're getting married, because when you know why you're getting married, then you'll be able to put your best into the marriage. Thank you for your time, and God bless you. Love you.